Hello, everybody. Um, Happy Wednesday. Welcome in, everybody. Um, let's see. Manny, hello. Welcome in. Just letting other people know that we're live. Again, thank you all for joining us today. The live stream should be starting over there. So this is basically just a reaction stream. So you type in the chat your reactions of everything being presented. I am not going to be talking too much because I do have a little bit of a cough right now. So hopefully I can be better before tomorrow. So let's see. Excuse me. Mini Stitchy, hello. Welcome in. Yes, Maddie, this is going to be the epic. Let's see. Can't wait for this. Absolutely. So, let's see. So, just checking in. So, the live stream just started. Again, we will be primarily in the chat. So, let's have a fun time, pretty much. Little surprise stream for you guys. Do not forget, tomorrow night we will be covering all things Epic Universe. We have so many fun things planned as well, so hopefully you guys can join us for that. So yeah. So without further ado, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and present the screen real quick. Here it is. Again, thank you everybody for joining. We are live to watch the Universal Epic Universe live stream. So, thank you, and they should be started momentarily. Nadia, welcome in. So feel free to post in the poll, or rather comment in the poll. What is your favorite land to experience the Epic Universe? I want to know. So the options are How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Birth, Dark Universe. Let's see. Super Nintendo World, and there's another one, but we're just waiting. So again, thank you for joining. We should be here momentarily. So feel free to share the stream, and we will get started momentarily. Or they should be starting momentarily. And again, this is a reactions stream, so feel free to comment during the chat, during the live stream. So, excuse me. So I think it's going to be a really great time. So, all right. Let's see. Nadia says Epic is awesome. For sure. Also, if you haven't already done so, smash that like button. Greatly appreciate it. Over at 9 likes. Thank you so much. So they should be getting started momentarily. So thank you again for your patience. Let's see, we got Nadia, Mini Stitchy, Manny. Come on out. Say hello if you can. We are live for the Epic Universe grand opening celebration. So let's see. Should be getting started momentarily. I hope. So what are you guys most looking forward to about this Epic Universe live stream? Let's have a little conversation while we're waiting. What I'm most looking forward to is the fireworks. and the drones. Curious to see what they do. Any moment now, we should we should see some movement. Let's see. Just making sure that we're live. Let's see. Let's see. um, so hope everybody is doing well today. Again, didn't really expect to go live today, but since this is a grand opening celebration, I just thought we would be going live today. So, um, so let's see here. Just a few announcements before they begin. I just would like to mention that tomorrow we will be live again on our podcast channel. We will be talking about all things Epic Universe, as well as we will be talking about some Disneyland 70, including some other things as well. Thank you, Adventures, for dropping the link to our podcast starting tomorrow. Welcome in, Adventures. Nice to see you. Another announcement is that we will be pretty much live at Disneyland this Friday. We will be live at Disneyland on Friday, May 23rd, we will be doing another rope drop stream. So if anyone can join us for that, um, hope you can join us for that. We will be live for the return of the Pixar Playtime Party over there at the Fantasyland Theater. So hope you can join us for that on Friday. And that is pretty much about it for what we have planned as far as live streams go. Again, make sure to turn on all those notifications so that you can be notified when we go live or release a new video. So, again, hopefully you guys can join us for those. All right. So hopefully they should be starting soon. Again, they might be dealing with some issues over there, but let's see. Mathena, welcome in. She says hello. Thank you for joining. If you guys are just joining, we are live for the Universal Epic Universe grand opening celebration. We are giving our thoughts for during the live. Not sure how long this will last, but we shall see. Um, by the way, thank you all for joining us on the last two streams last Friday. We really appreciated it. Um, Even though the lag monster crept, us through, the evening stream and such, but um, we will be back this Friday, though. Don't you worry. Let's see. Bethina, we are doing well. Thank you for asking. Hope you guys are doing well as well. Again, this is a little surprise stream on this Wednesday afternoon, some evening to you, and rather early morning to some of you watching. Um, we appreciate you all joining. So we're just waiting on Universal themselves to start the stream. So, all right, sounds good, Beth. And by the way, during the stream, we'll be quiet so that you guys can react and enjoy the stream. So let's see. By the way, is the audio good? Type a thumbs up if you're experiencing good audio. All right, that's good to hear, guys. Oh, here we go. Enjoy.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
Now, everyone who knows a boom when they see one is going to want in.
Yonder, y'all! The Wi-Fi's booming!
Hello, boom time.
Streaming Pete done struck Xfinity.
I'm gonna stream on 100 devices at once, just 'cause I can.
You crazy Streaming Pete.
I'm not just prioritizing my device, I'm shifting the paradigm.
Stream me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi is booming.
Good thing there's plenty to go around.
Mm-hmm. The Wi-Fi's booming.
Whoa, what is that?
What the heck is that?
Ana?
Mom? Josh?
Me away?
So my friend is in a portal?
Epic Universe.
Whoa.
New worlds await.
Guys! Mia? Oh, you gotta see this.
Our universe will never be the same. Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Good evening and welcome to the Universal Epic Universe Grand Opening Celebration presented by Xfinity. We are feeling all the feels. We are live inside the park, and after years of anticipation, it's finally here. I'm Layla Lawrence.
I'm Lauren Uppenhauer.
And I am Patrick Dougal, and tonight you're getting an all-access pass into the most ambitious theme park Universal has ever created, and we are thrilled to take you along for the ride.
That's right. We have an incredible night ahead. I'm talking celebrity interviews, deep dives with the creative teams who built these incredible worlds, exclusive content premieres, giveaways happening live in the chat, and a few surprises we're not allowed to spoil yet.
And we're not doing it alone. Out on the celestial blue carpet is our correspondent to the stars, Shobit Jain. He's catching up with celebrities, Universal VIPs, and some familiar faces from across the NBC Universal family.
Thanks, Layla. Hi, everyone. My name's Shobit. It's like showbiz with a T. And today we are here with Mark Woodbury, Chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Mark, how are you feeling tonight? What's going through your head?
It's just a spectacular night. What a great evening. Beautiful Florida sunshine. The culmination of an 8-year journey that involves the most creative people in the entire world, the greatest amount of innovation, the most technologically advanced theme park we've ever created, and a spectacular addition to our Universal Orlando Resort. This really changes everything for us. It changes our position in the marketplace. It changes how people experience a theme park, how they experience live entertainment, how they'll see dragons and Mario and Harry Potter and Universal Monsters. It really changes everything.
No, it truly does. This is a game changer. And I've got to ask, given your long history working with Universal Destination Experiences on a number of huge projects, where does tonight rank in your career?
Big. I'm often asked, what is my favorite attraction? And my typical answer for that is the next one. And this is the next one. And so, there's just no comparison to it. It embodies everything that we have developed over certainly my 35-year history with the company, technologically, creatively. It all comes together here.
It truly does. And, I was speaking to someone from Universal Creative, and they mentioned that you mapped out the map of Universal Epic Universe on a napkin. Now, I got two questions. Is that true? And can I get that napkin?
I think that's true. And I don't know where that napkin is, quite honestly. But, everything starts with a clean piece of paper, and this is no different. We tried to figure out how is it that we're going to transform our great resort at Universal Orlando into a full-week destination. We knew we needed another park, and we knew in making that park, it had to be not just complementary to the great stuff we had done, but extraordinary in its own right. And that really started the whole journey.
It's very extraordinary for sure. So speaking of extraordinary, I got to experience Universal Epic Universe for the first time at night during our team member previews. And I remember walking by you and you had the biggest smile on your face, seeing the reactions of guests. So now I'm curious, what was your reaction seeing the park for the first time as a guest?
Well, I don't think that smile has left since that night. When you work on something like this, and I know I can speak for our entire team, whether the creative team, the operating team, the technical teams, you work so hard on it. You really leave a piece of yourself in the work. It's almost like a part of you is left behind. And you get that piece back when you see the smiles on people's faces when they come in, when they cross through those portals and you see the awe on their face. You get it back. And so that's just part of what we do.
I mean, looking around here, there are smiles on everyone's faces, my face included. We're all so happy to be here. So let's quickly have some fun. I got some couple of questions. Okay. All right, what's your favorite Hogwarts house?
Well, I think I'm a hippogriff, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay, all right. And are you a front row person or a back row person on a roller coaster?
I'm totally front row all the time.
Oh, amazing. Same here, same here. And final question. I know you said that your favorite attraction is always the next one, and this is the next one, but tell me, what is your favorite attraction in the Universal Park?
It's definitely the next one.
Oh, Mark. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Shobit. And thank you to Mark. Now we'll be back to the blue carpet, but we'll also be visiting all 5 worlds of Epic Universe tonight, from the mystery of Dark Universe to the color adventure of How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, and beyond.
Plus, we've got exclusive looks at brand new content from across the Universal family. And did we mention there will be fireworks?
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. So grab a drink, join in the YouTube chat, and settle in, because it's the grand opening celebration live stream, and it starts right now with our first interview. So the guy in charge of this all, Shobit, take it away.
All right. Okay, I'm here with Karen Irwin, President and Chief Operating Officer of Universal Orlando Resort. Karen, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. You look perfect for this event.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, we had to show up and show up for this grand celebration.
I love it.
And
And you're battling the heat to do it, so you look fabulous.
anything for Epic Universe, right?
It is epic.
We got to keep it epic, right?
It's epic.
Well, speaking of epic, how do you think Universal Epic Universe is setting a new standard for theme parks?
Well, I'm just going to say you got to see it to really understand the answer to that question. But for us, Universal Epic Universe is a huge game changer because we are adding this epic experience onto everything that we already offer in Orlando. So we have Universal Studios Florida, we have Islands of Adventure, City Walk, our hotels, Volcano Bay Water Park, and now this amazing and beautiful park. And there is just not enough time to see everything at Universal Orlando Resort in 1 week. I'm just going to tell you that. You're going to run out of time.
We have 4 theme parks here. We've got many hotels. We need to spend the whole week at Universal Orlando Resort. And oh yeah, and Epic Universe is just the new beginning for for Universal. So now I got to ask, Epic Universe has been in development for several years. Any fun behind the scenes moments or challenges, maybe not so fun, that stand out to you?
Well, clearly COVID was a challenge, right? So COVID came, this park has been in development for many, many years, and we had a vision of what we wanted it to be, and then COVID hit. So we had to shut everything down. We really weren't sure what was going to happen in the world, but very, very quickly we found that what people want is to be someplace where they can connect and share experiences and create memories where they can, remember their entire lives. And so we knew we got to go forward. We got to build Epic Universe. And we had such a clear vision for what we wanted to bring to life. And it really started with the first Harry Potter installation that we did when we saw people walk into Hogsmeade and have that immersive experience and touch and feel and smell and taste everything that was Harry Potter. We said, we love that. And we got addicted to seeing people have that experience. We said, we want to create that over and over again. That's Epic Universe. We've created these amazing worlds where people can step into these incredible stories, incredible characters, and just live the experience. And it's almost, wish fulfillment. I mean, where else can you step into the Ministry of Magic? It's amazing.
Oh, incredible. Breathtaking. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Karen, for joining me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the grand opening celebration.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Oh,
thank you.
It's going to be epic.
It's going to be epic.
First thoughts on that interview. It's crazy how from an entire napkin it brought this incredible theme park. It was absolutely amazing. Just want to touch base with everybody on that. As you guys can see, they're just getting a first look into the portals here. There's Harry Potter, there's the fountain of the Helios Hotel. Get ready for an incredible evening. There is more to come, so thank you everybody for watching. Again, smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Share the stream, tell a friend. We got
Molly
more.
Murphy, President of Universal Creative. Molly, welcome.
Thank you so much. So excited to be here for the grand opening of Universal Epic Universe.
Truly, it is a very exciting night. So I've got to ask, Epic Universe is full of groundbreaking innovation. What is one piece of creative or technological magic that you can't wait for guests to experience?
Well, I would have to say in Monsters Unchained in Dark Universe, we have 14 amazing animated figures that get so close to you. When you look in the eye of Wolfman, I'm telling you, Chills.
Chills for sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know the fans and everyone else cannot wait to experience all the fun attractions that the Universal Creative Team has put together.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everyone's put so much hard work into this, and it's such an amazing day to be able to offer it to the world tomorrow. So we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, Molly. I'm here with Alice Norsworthy, President of Marketing at Universal Destinations and Experiences. Welcome, Alice.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you here. So, having been at Universal for the opening of multiple major attractions and lands and worlds, where does the opening of Epic Universe rank for you?
Well, that's really hard because they all mean something. But right now, as I think about the opening of Epic, it's all about gratitude. It's about gratitude for the incredible work that was done, all the people that worked on the project, created, designed, and are soon to be operating it, all those who marketed and sold it, everyone that's supporting behind the scenes. So it really, to me, this moment is about gratitude.
Well, speaking of gratitude, do you ever just walk around in the parks to see guest reactions, and just what is that feeling seeing the payoff of all that hard work and the smiles on everyone's faces?
Well, that is what it's all about. So walking through the park, no matter how hard the day is or how joyous the day is, as you walk through the park and you just see the expression on people's faces as they're enjoying the experiences and seeing the characters and stories they've come to love, come to life around them, it's really rewarding and an incredible experience.
We're all so proud of you, Epic Universe. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, Alice. I'm here with Brian Robinson, Executive Vice President and Chief Creative Officer of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Brian, welcome to the grand opening celebration of Epic Universe.
Thank you so much for having me.
What's it like seeing this after all these years of imagination and planning?
It's absolutely emotional. My heart is pounding, my heart is big, and I'm so excited to see everyone as they come through this gate and witness this absolute glorious creative endeavor.
You know, it took over 500 visionaries and leaders to bring this park to life. Looking into the camera, what would you want to say to them tonight?
I am in absolute awe of you, your humanity, your creativity, your passion, and your love for what you do blows my mind and is going to set the world on fire. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sure we're all crying at home. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
It's great having you here.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Just would like to update you guys on the like count at 11 likes. Thank you everybody for smashing that like button. Let's see if we can get to at least 30 or more by the end of the stream. Again, thank you for smashing that like, and again, hope you guys enjoy.
And general manager of Universal Epic Universe. Jeff, this is your baby now. What's it like being responsible for something that's so expansive and innovative like Epic Universe?
It's a fantastic opportunity. I've been working with this company for 35 years, and I've been working on this project for 8. And I just have to tell you, the collaboration between the creative partners, the operational teams, has been nothing short of extraordinary. I'm really looking forward to getting our guests in here tomorrow to experience it all.
Well, knowing that you've probably been in the park more than anyone else, is there anything that still surprises you?
I'm literally surprised every day. Most of the time, I'm surprised because of the way different guests perceive their experience. Many guests want to see the dragons of How to Train Your Dragon. Others want to see Super Nintendo World. And so it's really interesting to me to watch all of our guests come in and each get very excited about that one particular thing that means the most to them when they're here.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. It's a great pleasure having you tonight for the grand opening.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing your park with us.
Okay, of course. My pleasure.
I'm here with Tom Williams, former chairman and CEO of Universal Parks and Resorts. Tom, welcome to Universal Epic Universe.
Well, thank you. I feel like I should be the one welcoming you. What a great and glorious day this is, and what a perfect evening for the grand opening.
Beautiful day. So speaking of grand openings, you opened Universal Studios Florida back in 1990, and you've seen a lot of the growth of this company over the years. Did you ever imagine 35 years ago when you were opening Universal Studios Florida that someday right here in Orlando, we'd be standing here having 4 parks, 11 hotels, and we'd have a presence all over the globe?
Yeah, I wish I could say I could envision it then, but I have to admit, no, I couldn't. But I did know that we had a huge future ahead of us, and it was just ours for the taking. We have such a great library of film content because of our studios, and bringing that to life in full cooperation, of course, with our creative consultant Steven Spielberg was just a natural. So it's been nothing but growth ever since.
Well, how does it make you feel hearing all the exciting announcements about where the future of Universal is headed, the growth that we're experiencing, and all the places that we're expanding over the globe?
I think it's fantastic. Universal, isn't it a great name, Universal, to take around the universe? I mean, the entire globe is there. And as you know, we have parks in Singapore, Beijing, Osaka, and of course, Hollywood, where it all began, and soon to be in Europe, in UK. And can't tell you how exciting it is to see that marvelous product be brought to life to peoples around the world.
And you were such a big part of it, and you continue to be. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Tom.
Another question for everybody. What are you most looking forward to at Epic Universe? Feel free to hit me up. So come on out, say hello if you're ninja watching as well.
you so much, Shobit. Oh my gosh, these interviews are incredible. It's
So
like we're
good.
getting the inside scoop from the creators of
Yes.
Epic Universe. Now, I just visited, I'm appalled to say this on camera, but I just visited Epic Universe the other day for the first time.
First time
with my 3-year-old daughter. We spent so much time in Isle of Book.
So
I
sweet.
sobbed through the Untrainable Dragon
yeah.
show.
That will happen.
It was incredible. I know you two have had so much more experience with Epic
Yes.
Universe. So, Lauren, what about you? When did you first come to Epic Universe?
Ooh, okay. First Epic Universe experience was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
But I've been here a lot since because once you come, you're just addicted, right?
Absolutely.
We talk all about connection here at the parks. That's what we love about it. My first day, it poured. So the whole
Oh.
morning, I feel like we all collectively connected in the park just with our
Yes.
ponchos, braving the weather, but so worth it.
I mean, it's cooler than it was today, right?
Oh, it was, I couldn't
I'm not
complain,
asking
honestly.
for a downpour right now, but it might be nice to have a bit of a
Refreshing.
sprinkle.
So yeah, it was absolutely lovely. The sun, of course, in true Florida fashion, did come out, and we got to play an adventure, and it was super magical.
Oh, it's
So
incredible.
Yeah.
Now, Patrick, I
Yes.
can't even.
I know, I
Okay,
know.
listen.
Go
I
ahead.
might have the most experience
We
here.
know, you're
And the
like-
funniest thing is, I don't even live here.
No,
I am on the
it's a
other
shame.
coast in LA.
So you experienced Epic Universe quite
Yes.
early. I mean, you've been following the construction
Oh.
and the development of Epic Universe since its inception.
I think
almost, right?
anyone who is a theme park fan has been
Yeah.
following
Yeah.
this for years now, following the
Mhm.
construction, seeing what we were going to get. And to be here today
Oh.
is crazy to think
Yeah.
about.
So when did
surreal.
you first visit?
I first visited about March.
Okay.
So early previews.
So it was kind of still, in previews.
Mhm.
Things still were in construction. We were
yeah,
still,
but
we're still going.
still walking through that portal for the
Yeah, what
first
was
time,
that
walking through the
feeling?
Chronos, stunning.
Incredible. And to be one of the first people to do it must have been incredible. Now, you, as you have said, are a theme park buff.
Yes.
If I mean, I don't know. I'm going to proclaim you the
Okay,
theme park
I'll take
buff
that
of the
title. I'll
table.
take that title.
Okay, so you've obviously experienced Epic Universe. How many times have you been here?
This will be my 5th.
Okay.
So I've done 5 full days here at Epic
So you
Universe.
have like a fairly good
Yeah.
idea of what's going on around here.
Sure.
What is your favorite portal?
Ooh, going into it, I have to say my most anticipated portal was Dark Universe. I am a big fan of the
Yes.
Universal monsters, horror, all that. Love that. But what really took me by surprise is how endearing and heartfelt How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk was.
yeah.
I was so surprised by how moved I was by that entire experience. Like you said, tears, chills the whole time.
I think you met Toothless. Have you met
Yes.
Toothless?
I
It is
have.
a
He's so
life-changing
cute.
experience.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit here. Shobit has someone so special walking past on the carpet, and we don't want to miss him. So let's go to Shobit. Oh. All right. So of course we've talked to Patrick about what his favorite portal is. What about you? What's your favorite portal, Lauren?
I have to agree. The Isle of Berk, How to
fan
Train Your
favorite.
Dragon. Yeah, it just absolutely is so chilling to walk in. The details everywhere. It's so playful and whimsical. It kind of brings out my inner child.
Yeah.
And that's what we love theme parks for, right?
Absolutely.
To run around and play.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about Super Nintendo World.
Of course we do.
That's
I was
a
gonna
simulation.
say, I was going to say, okay, I do love Isle of Berk, and I love that my daughter loved it, and of course it is
Yeah.
so immersive, and the music and everything is so
Yes.
emotional. But the Super Nintendo World portal is
Unreal.
insane.
You are truly
It's like-
transported into the game.
You walk into the game. It's mad. I mean, it is overstimulating, but like in,
the best possible way.
In the best way. You are completely immersed in that world.
Yes.
It's the nostalgia factor. It's. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I wasn't a big gamer when I was younger.
No, I wasn't.
I had the old school like NES gaming system.
Yes,
I had to beg my parents for it. I had one game, which was Super Mario Brothers
Oh,
and Duck
obviously.
Hunt.
Only game you
Duck
need.
Hunt was on there too. You had to blow on the cartridge to make sure it worked and all of that.
Yes.
I tell you what, walking into that portal, it was like I don't know, it was like I was 10 years old again. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
So
and you see
good.
the characters in there as
characters.
well.
We have the power-up bands,
Do you guys
fully
have power-up
interactive.
bands? Have you
Yeah.
used them?
Have you chosen a power-up band character? That's the real question.
Princess Peach. Yeah, my daughter loves Princess Peach, so of course we're appeasing the children here.
I went with Donkey Kong. I felt like his
Donkey
addition
Kong.
to Super Nintendo World now and the entire Donkey Kong Country, I had to show him some love.
Donkey Kong Country is also spectacular.
Incredible.
It's a whole area. Is
Have you
just
played the bongo game?
I haven't. What's that?
Did you play the bongo game?
I played the bongo
I didn't
game.
get to play the bongo game.
It is-
Is that? Oh no, I think I know what you're
It
talking
is
about.
harder than you think it is. I saw little kids mastering
Yeah.
it, but I went to
Pros.
try it. Failed.
Is that, that's the one. A special,
So it's
special
almost
thing,
like a rhythm game.
Mhm.
It will
Yes.
light up and you
Okay.
will play the bongos. And if you
you need some coordination. for
Yeah,
it.
you do
Some
need a little
hand-eye
coordination.
for sure.
But
Well,
I'm
now I
telling you,
wanna
all the kids were
see.
showing me up. No, I failed. Absolutely spectacularly failed.
I'm gonna give it a whirl. I feel like I'm musical. I feel like I could do that one.
Definitely. Yeah. So we are going to talk about food a little bit later on as well. And I know that.
Yes.
Okay, listen. I am in great company here because these two are both incredible foodies.
We like
okay?
food.
Yeah.
They give
what's wrong
the
with that?
best recommendations. So Lauren. One dish you cannot miss
One.
here at Epic Universe. I'm gonna make it so
you're gonna
hard for
do
you.
that to me?
One
One
dish
dish?
you cannot miss at Epic Universe. What
One
would
dish
you call it?
cannot miss at Epic Universe. I'm gonna go Atlantic, and I'm gonna go the salmon. Guys, that was the best salmon I have ever had in my life.
Wow, that
In her life.
I've
not
eaten a lot
said
of salmon.
lightly.
So I'd go there, and just the scenery. If you
Mhm.
have time to sit down,
Atlantic is
cool
gorgeous.
off.
Truly.
The fish are just floating around. You feel like you're in an
The
aquarium,
perfect
like in
place
the
at
tank.
sunset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Now,
gorgeous.
Shobit has also had a lot of experience here at Epic
Ooh.
Universe. So let's throw it back to him and see what he has to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here with Antonia Carlotta, who is the great grandniece of Carl Laemmle, the co-founder of Universal Pictures. So if we're talking about experience, it is Antonia right here. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
It's just so exciting to be here right now.
It's so exciting. I mean, thinking about it, Carl Laemmle, your great granduncle, came here to America with $50 in his pocket. And now we are standing here as we open a multi-billion-dollar theme park. What would he say right now if he were here?
I mean, I just think that he would have so much pride for what this is. You know, he started Universal Studios. He invented the movie studio tour. He started bringing people to Universal because he knew that that was a way people could connect with his movies and with his work. That was something he was so passionate about. So to see, you know, this feels so much like an extension of what he did, but times a million. I think that he would be so proud.
I mean, truly, he planted a seed that is still growing, right? Universal was a movie studio, and it grew into a studio tour, which then became an attraction, which then grew into a theme park at Universal Studios. I mean, it continues to grow, and we're standing here witnessing this grand opening of Epic Universe. How does it feel to see his legacy live on, but also for Universal to continue innovating?
I mean, it's such an honor. I think it's just such an honor. It's so exciting to see how much that it's grown, how much it is changing. I think that Carl Laemmle in his time was at the forefront of innovation. He was always trying to get ahead, find the next thing, and grow. And I think that Universal's continuing that legacy really beautifully.
Well, thank you so much, Antonia, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I'm here at the blue carpet still sweating, but it is so exciting, and everyone's walking in. We've got special guests, VIP, celebrities. The carpet is buzzing right now, and it is so it is very fulfilling to see guests walk through the Chronos, jaw drop.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? Okay. Okay. So I think it was just I've gotten a little thing to stream. I think it's Universal's end. But let's see. Mini Stitchy are a huge foodie as well. Alright. Sorry guys about the sound or anything. Um Then we got Zippity Doo Dog. Welcome in. Alright, sounds good. Probably under Universal's end, the stream cut out. So, let's see.
Come back now. There's an incredible.
Hmm, let's see. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's see. Thought that there was no sound, but let's see. Let me share the screen again.
If it throws Celestial Park has you covered. Let's go check out the high-speed excitement of Stardust Racers. Adam, this dual launch coaster is already making waves. What makes Stardust such a standout experience at Epic Universe?
I absolutely love this ride. I am so happy with the way it turned out. It delivers a level of thrill that I don't think anybody was expecting.
I mean, I'm obsessed with it, and one thing I'm specifically obsessed with is the celestial spin. Can you tell me what's going on during that midair crisscross?
Yeah, it's the coolest feeling, right? You come off the second launch, up to the top of the hill, and then both trains are in a downward dive of a double helix. So you can literally be upside down and look and see the other train below you.
It takes your breath away. After a high-speed race through the cosmos, it's time for a different kind of spin. A magical ride on Constellation Carousel. Adam, this is no ordinary carousel. How did the team come up with the idea of constellations coming to life?
Yeah, it's so fitting for the center of Celestial Park. The plaza in front of it is called Constellation Plaza. We've got stars everywhere. Why not bring them to life and let us actually climb on them and ride them through the Milky Way?
What design details might guests not want to miss?
Yeah, if you look closely at each animal, you're going to notice small points of light and large points of light. If you connected the dots on the large points of light, you'd actually be making the constellation of the animal that you're about to ride. So if you went on the bear and connected the dots, you'd actually be making Ursa Major. My favorite thing about the Constellation Carousel is that it's never the same ride twice. There are 7 different music tracks. Each one is different choreography. Constellation Carousel is such a vibe at night. It comes alive with lighting. You literally feel like you are in an otherworldly space just gliding through the Milky Way.
Celestial Park is amazing all on its own, but it's also your gateway to even more adventures. These portals are stunning, like giant glowing gateways. How did your team approach designing these portals to represent the different worlds beyond Celestial Park?
Yeah, these portals actually serve 2 functions. The first is their wayfinding through all of Celestial Park. You can see the towers from all over and you know where you're going. The second, of course, is it is the overture for the symphony you're about to go into. We are setting the stage for the world that you're about to experience.
How important was it for your team to create a seamless transition between these worlds?
I think the portals are essential to the entire Epic experience. As you step through them, you start to experience the sounds and the lights of the world that you're going to as echoes. And the further you go through the portal, the louder those echoes get until you're in a completely new world.
So each portal has its own quote. What does it represent?
Yeah, the quotes over each portal are unique to the worlds that you're going to and are your call to action. They also hint at what you're about to experience.
Of course, there's plenty more to explore inside Celestial Park, from incredible dining and retail to nighttime fountain shows. And if you're looking to stay right at the heart of the adventure, you'll find Universal Helios Grand Hotel, a Lowe's Hotel, at the edge of Celestial Park, where the beauty of the heavens and the magic of Epic Universe come together like nowhere else. Celestial Park sets the stage for everything that makes Epic Universe unforgettable, from cosmic thrills to peaceful stargazing moments. Adam, thanks to you and the entire Universal creative team for giving us a glimpse into the wonder of Celestial Park.
It was so much fun to show you around.
And this is just the beginning, a place where stories unfold, skies open, and every journey becomes something extraordinary. Now get ready to step into your own adventure.
So we are here with Adam Rivas from Universal Creative. We were just chatting. You said you've basically been living here for the past 6 months. So from everything, you've been working on this since the beginning. Please tell us how it all started.
Yeah, it's been 8 years of my life on this project, and it's just been an amazing journey. Like from the very beginning of what do we do if we want to do a new theme park here in Orlando, to everything that's behind us right now has just been the best journey. I've got to meet the best people along the way and bring something I think amazing to the world.
Amazing. Now, from everything that we've shown the fans so far, do you have a not miss experience here at Epic Universe?
I mean, the whole thing. It's like the whole package. The food is amazing. The attractions are amazing. If you're here at night, it's a completely different space, and I love the vibe at night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've talked about the energy and the design, but how would you describe the emotion behind this moment? Now that we're all together here at Epic Universe, I mean, we were talking a little bit before the cameras started rolling, and I don't want people to miss this because I said that Celestial Park is a bit like the heartbeat of the park, and you said that's how you feel as well.
I do. I tell people, over this process of developing and building this whole park, there's been moments that have just been like emotional hits for me and for the team. The first time that we heard the music of Celestial Park, I had to cry. It was like my kid said its first words.
So striking.
And I think tonight is the next step in that. Like we're sending our kids off to high school from graduation to go meet the rest of the world.
Absolutely. It is truly a beautiful and incredible park that you've created here. I mean, Celestial Park really is. It's the place that everyone has to return to.
It's alive.
In between the portals, right?
Absolutely. I say it's a connection.
Yes.
It connects the heavens to the earth through the Chronos. It connects all the worlds together through the portals. It connects us with the gardens and nature. And it connects us with each other where we can share our stories of our adventures.
I need that on a t-shirt.
I love that. I love that so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. And now from the stars above to the skies of Burke, it is time to fly with some dragons. Let's head into the world of How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Burke.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Isle of Burke, where Vikings and dragons live, laugh, and soar together at Universal Epic Universe. Let's check it out. I'm here with Ryan Paul from Universal Creative, who was a manager for ride and show engineering in this vibrant dragon-filled world. Ryan. When guests first step into the Isle of Berk, they are stepping into the heart of the How to Train Your Dragon story. What was the vision for bringing this world to life?
It was exactly that. It was to allow guests to step right into the heart of the story and actually see Berk in the way that we actually imagine it in the series.
And the details here too are incredible. How did you and your team approach creating such an authentic Berk?
So we really wanted to capture the spirit of Viking architecture and make sure that we also captured the scale of it.
And there is such a strong sense of wonder and adventure here in Berk. What is it that you hope guests feel when they're exploring?
I really hope that guests feel the full gamut of emotions that we see in the series. We have a bunch of special vignettes and smaller moments scattered throughout the land that really does make it come alive and make it feel personal and special.
And if you've ever dreamed of flying with dragons, Berk makes that dream come true. Let's check out Hiccup's Wing Gliders. Ryan, this family thrill coaster looks like so much fun. What is it about Hiccup's Wing Gliders that's such a standout attraction here in Berk?
Yeah, so I think what really makes it stand out is the fact that it's integrated into the island of Berk itself. So not only do riders get to experience the excitement of careening through, onlookers get to experience it as well. And I think that's incredibly special, and it adds a lot of kinetic energy to the land.
How important was it to take Hiccup's spirit of innovation and adventure and incorporate it into this ride?
So that's basically what the attraction story is all about. Hiccup, the inventor, has come up with a device that'll allow us to fly alongside dragons. And so we've captured his essence, his spirit in that storyline. But I think Toothless may have a little bit of a problem with a device that allows you to fly without using dragons.
And the action is just getting started. New Vikings can test their skills right here with Dragon Racers Rally and Fire Drill. Ryan, Dragon Racers Rally allows guests to take control and fly their very own dragon. What inspired this ride?
So Dragon Racers Rally is inspired by dragon racing itself, as we saw in the actual series. It captures that same spirit of competition and allows us to actually take flight and compete in the same nature as all of them.
And then we have Fire Drill,
Yes.
which this one's just pure Viking fun. We've got water cannons, boats, and it definitely has Rough Nut and Tough Nut's names written all over it. How did you take their hilarious energy and incorporate it into this attraction?
This attraction is entirely based over their new management of the Fire Training Academy here. You have one side of the boat competing against the other side of the boat, all that to determine a winner. And you will either get praised or shamed by Rough Nut and Tough Nut themselves, depending on which of those you are.
How important was it to you and the team to make sure that Berk felt interactive and really just alive for guests of all ages?
Being able to interact with it makes the experience so much more special. And that's why things like Fire Drill, like Dragon Racers Rally, those are really important to incorporate into the world.
And of course, Berk isn't just about thrills, it's about heart too. Let's check out the Viking training camp. Ryan, this play area is absolutely amazing. It's full of action and imagination. How did you and the team create the Viking training camp to be both interactive and true to Berk?
We wanted to make sure that this space not only had a lot of the interactivity and the play elements, but we also wanted to be an educational space for a lot of our young Vikings to learn about all the dragons and their quirks.
How important was it to create this space so that even our littlest of guests could step into the world?
I think really the spirit of this space was to grab their interest at a young age to not only learn about the whole world, but enjoy doing it.
And then just a few steps away, guests can watch the Untrainable Dragon, which is one of the most spectacular shows in the park. How does the live show expand upon the story of Berk?
We introduced the dragon hatchery over there, in which the Vikings are now nursing eggs to hatch. And we encounter a potentially troublesome dragon, an untrainable dragon, you might say.
I also love the music that we experience.
Yes.
The dragons flying overhead. It really does capture the feeling of the films. What is it that you want guests to feel when they watch the show?
With the show, we really wanted to allow for the viewers to actually experience the whole gamut of emotions that they did in any of the actual How to Train Your Dragon movies. experience.
Yeah, I think in general, the Isle of Burke is just full of heart all around. Was that always part of the vision?
Indeed, yes. It was always a part of the vision. And we wanted to make sure that this world of the Isle of Burke actually had that mixed throughout. And we wanted to make sure that all these came together to create this kinetic energy.
And the adventures don't end with rides and shows. There is plenty more to explore across Burke's dining, shopping, and dragon meet and greet experiences. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the fires have been lit. There's more meat. Come on. Just leave it. Come on, give it a try. Give it a
From soaring with dragons to racing like a Viking, the Isle of Burke is an adventure like no other, filled with heart, humor, and unforgettable moments. And a big thanks to you, Ryan, for being here today.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. And thank you to the entire Universal creative team as well for giving us this awesome first look into the Isle of Burke. It's a world where dragons soar, Vikings dream, and every guest can live a story of their very own. We can't wait for you to take flight with us.
Joining us right now is Ryan Paul. Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, now we just saw that whole thing of How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Burke. Fans love these movies. I love these movies, but
Same.
translating those movies into a living, breathing theme park, where do you even start?
Well, we had to start with dragons, and because everyone wants to go to Burke to see dragons, and yes, we all love Hiccup, but let's be real, Toothless is where it's at, and all of his dragon friends. So we had to make sure that we were bringing that to life here.
Absolutely. Now, the world is so textured. Of course, it does have the dragons, the stars of the show.
Yeah.
But there are also lava rocks. There's dragon statues. There's the boats on the docks, the benches.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. What's one detail that you hope that super fans will pick out and they'll notice?
Ooh, the one detail. You know, there's hidden Easter eggs that are in there throughout the land that we've kind of tucked away that we're hoping that the fans, maybe even beyond the Isle of Burke, might find.
Oh,
so
can you give us one? Can you give us one little something that people can look for?
Well, there is something that's on the back of the Celestial Park Stardust Racers train.
Okay, okay. All right, we won't say any more than that.
I won't say anything more
Just
than that, no.
perhaps take a look next time you're over there, right?
See what's going on over there.
Yes, and of course we've seen some amazing fly-throughs of Isle of Burke. But from a personal standpoint, do you have a personal favorite area?
You know, I have been asked this question a bit, and I sound a little bit like a broken record when I answer it, but obviously we have all of our main attractions there. You know, Hiccup Swing Gliders, Dragon Racers Rally, Fire Drill, all awesome. But what's special to me is all of the small moments that you find scattered throughout the land. Whether you're spending time with our Snow Wraith or our Cloud Jumper, or just hanging out with some of the sheep that we have all over the place.
Yes.
You know, those moments are, in my opinion, what makes How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Burke a real special place. And the main attractions themselves tie into kind of the kinetic energy of the space overall. They're very visible. You can see the individuals on them having a blast themselves and kind of catch a bit of that light coming off of them, you know?
Absolutely. It is truly so immersive. You are absolutely transported to Burke. It is incredible. Thank you so much. It's so fun hearing how the Isle of Burke all came together.
I want my own dragon.
Oh, don't we all? Come on. What a way to get to work, right? It's such a rich, detailed world. Thank you so much for being with us,
Thank
Adam.
you for having me. It's been a blast.
And Lauren, you got to spend even more time inside Isle of Burke with dragons and Vikings that they call home.
Stepping into Burke is like stepping straight into the movies. And when you meet the characters, it gets even more real. Let me show you what happened when I finally got the chance to meet Toothless and a few other familiar faces. The Isle of Burke is home to dragons of all shapes and sizes. And if you've ever wanted to meet one, this is where the magic happens. I'm here in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk to show you the unforgettable dragon and Viking encounters waiting around every corner, starting with the one and only Toothless. This isn't just a meet and greet, it's a moment of connection. Toothless doesn't just pose for photos. He interacts, reacts, and plays with guests of all ages. But Toothless isn't the only local you'll meet. On Berk, Vikings and dragons roam free, and you never know who you'll run into next. What makes these encounters feel even more special is the setting. Every inch of Berk feels alive, from the carved backdrops to the dragon habitats and Viking gear. Whether you're bonding with Toothless or bumping into a Viking in the street, the Isle of Berk makes every guest feel like a member of the clan. These moments aren't just photo ops, they're memories in the making. That's a look at just some of the magic waiting for you on the Isle of Berk. From dragons to Vikings, this world is full of surprises, and we can't wait for you to experience them all for yourself.
Lauren, meeting Toothless genuinely looked unreal. What surprised you most about that interaction in person? We were literally watching it, and I was saying to Patrick, I was like, oh my gosh, Lauren is so cute, but look at Toothless.
Meeting Toothless was incredible, but if you really want to see dragons in action, you can't miss the untrainable dragon. What the entertainment team pulls off on that stage is pure magic, I'm telling you. Take a look. At Epic Universe, dragons don't just fly. They sing, they soar, and they steal the show. Welcome to the Untrainable Dragon, the live spectacular that brings Berk's biggest heart to life. This is one of the most unforgettable experiences in the Isle of Berk. Behind every wing beat and spotlight cue is a team of talented performers, artists, and technicians, all working together to bring dragons to life. From the smallest scale to the biggest leap, every detail here is built with care, and it shows. This show is more than just a spectacle. It's about trust, teamwork, and the bond between Viking and dragon. Whether you're cheering in the audience or helping dragons take flight behind the scenes, the Untrainable Dragon is pure Berk, full of heart, humor, and magic in motion. The Untrainable Dragon is a show you'll never forget. And remember, when the dragons fly, it's because someone believed they could.
We've talked about dragons soaring and Vikings singing, but honestly, none of it would land without the music, right? The How to Train Your Dragon films are known for one of the most beloved scores in modern cinema, and that magic continues here at Epic Universe with the involvement of the film's composer, the legendary John Powell.
My name is John Powell. I'm the original composer of the score to the film How to Train Your Dragon, and we're here doing new interpretations of the music from that film for How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. The joy of music is that everybody hears it and enjoys it in a different way. That can evoke very emotional memories at an almost supernatural level. It transcends language. Sometimes it isn't really musical until it gets to the players. I basically just sent the tunes. So they're kind of pulling out the roots of it in a way. The musicians experimenting and figuring stuff out. It's been a joy to watch.
This is the one, John, where we had the melody between the two whistles.
Right. You can just feel your way through it. The language of a theme park is a whole new world for me. I'm finding the physical aspect of this, sound as environment in a theme park, that will be the sort of the biggest journey of any project I've ever done. The joy of music is that it's a very universal language. It's communicating in a way that we want to make connections. We want to connect with each other.
So what do you want? Boom, bum, dum, okay.
I love when a film score just hits you like right in the heart.
Honestly,
so emotional.
It is truly so striking. It's so moving. It's like I don't even know. It's like the music just. I automatically start crying. I feel like when I
and just
hear the
walking
music.
around Burke here at Epic Universe or watching the films. I actually had a chance to check out the new live action How to Train Your Dragon movie.
All right, show off.
A little bit of a flex there, but also incredible. I will tell you, anytime I hear Test Drive, immediately tears.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can hear that music in the Untrainable Dragon as well. I mean, I was shamelessly sobbing throughout the entire show. It is the best theme park show I have ever seen, hands down. I mean, the caliber of the
Singing,
performers,
dancing,
it's
dragons.
everything. Yeah, absolutely. What more could you possibly want? And that music really is just like it's what binds everything together, and it just hits you right in the feels, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? We were talking about the music, and you were talking about, of course, your experience show off with the new live action film, but we do have something here for you guys. Let's take a look at the trailer for the new live action film coming out this summer from DreamWorks and Universal.
Toothless, it's okay. I won't hurt you. Everything we know about dragons is wrong.
The reign of the dragons. That's right here, right now.
I'm the first Viking who wouldn't kill a dragon.
First to ride one, though.
All right, bud, you ready? Come on, come on. Yeah, look at us. My fault.
You have something none of us have.
Come on, bud.
Watch out! Pick up!
ready for an epic summer.
Oh, yes!
See How to Train Your Dragon in theaters.
Here it comes!
And experience the world of Berk at Universal Orlando's newest theme park, Epic Universe. Beyond anything you've experienced before. How to Train Your Dragon in theaters June 13th. Rated PG. Epic Universe opens May 22nd.
Oh my gosh, that looked absolutely incredible. Now, no spoilers, because he's already told us he's seen it. What did you think of the live action film?
Incredible. If you're a fan of the original animated, I think you will absolutely love this. Find the biggest, loudest screen possible.
Ugh.
It's a
I can't
must.
wait. I cannot wait. So as we leave How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Book, we've actually got a special interview coming to us from the blue carpet. Kirk Cousins is with Showbit. Let's go down to see what they have to say.
I'm here with Kirk Cousins, quarterback from the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome, Kirk.
Thank you, Shelby. Good to be here. We're having fun tonight.
Well, I got to ask you, first and foremost, I'm sure fans and fantasy owners want to know, how's the offseason going?
Yeah, it's going well. Get to do fun experiences like this. We spend a lot of time in Orlando in the off season, so we have fun with the family going to theme parks, and tonight will be no different. But it's been a good off season.
So I am a company man, and I really hope we get to see you on the Super Bowl on NBC in February.
There you go. You and me both. That'd be a blast. That'd be a dream.
So quarterbacks tend to be the leaders on the field. Is that also your role when it comes to vacationing with the Cousins fam in the theme parks?
Yeah, I run a tight ship. We gotta be, efficient in the parks. We got to have our meals planned out. We got to maximize the time. I'm trying to get as much done in a day at a theme park as I can do. And they pack them full with so many activities. It's hard to get it all in one day.
All right, but you seem to have it all together. So can I come with you next time?
Absolutely. You're going to want to. We're going to have a good time.
All right, I'm joining the
You gotta wear
Cousins
this
family.
that time, okay?
I'll wear this in the Florida
We'll invest
heat.
dress.
So what are you most excited to see tonight in the park?
I'm a big fan of How to Train Your Dragon. I love the music. I love the entire storyline. They got the live action coming out. So to go see the Isle of Berk and kind of immerse yourself in that world, I think will be a real thrill for the Cousins family tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Kirk, for joining us, and I hope you enjoy your time in Universal Epic Universe.
Awesome. We will. We'll have a blast. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Shobit. Looking snazzy in that suit, as always.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so awesome to get all of these interviews live from the blue carpet. Showbit, I was wondering maybe if you were on an Apple box for that one, because that height difference, I don't know.
Maybe we should switch roles. Maybe Shobit should be going into football now.
Oh, yeah, Showbit. I mean, I bet you could hike a ball, right? Absolutely.
Well, of course, Shobit will be out there all night getting even more interviews. But you know who we haven't heard from lately? Nicole, our social media correspondent. So let's check in with Nicole. Nicole, are we doing another giveaway or what's happening?
Little me, I am doing a giveaway. It's our first one of the night. Real quick, I wanted to read this message from Life with Kat. How can you not boop Toothless's nose? Hard agree, and I feel like that sets us up perfectly. The first giveaway is going to be a bundle of Isle of Berk merch. So keep your eye on the chat. Right after this, I'm going to drop a link to enter. You will have 5 minutes to enter, and then we're going to announce the winner later on. So stay tuned. And if you don't win, don't worry. There's going to be so many giveaways. So guys, keep rocking with me. I'll keep rocking with you. Back to you.
Now, while Nicole's keeping you entertained in the chat, like we were saying, Showbit has been out there cranking out those interviews on the blue carpet. People, he is working hard.
Yes.
I'm sure he is sweating. He's talking to some incredible people, and we do have some incredible videos to take a look at. Honestly, I don't know how he's doing it out there. We get to
No.
sit nice and comfy here at this table.
We do have it a little bit cushier.
A little bit cushier. Honestly, we have such a beautiful location that we're sitting in front of us. Well, I mean,
I don't know
does
if
it
you can
get
see the view
any
behind
better
us,
than
sitting in
this?
Celestial Park on a sunset right behind
I know.
Helios.
Absolutely. It was a little touch and go there for a second because we had, the heat, that Florida heat
Oh, yeah.
down, but now it's sunset. We've got that
Gorgeous.
golden hour light. You look incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and that golden hour light.
You look
We've got-
incredible as well. I would dare I say striking.
Thank you. We've got a nice breeze going, and I think we are ready to take a look at some of those interviews.
Let's do it.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
Can I just say, what an amazing job that they did. I mean, come on. Nothing compares to whatever Disney is doing. It's just absolutely incredible.
Guys, what an incredible evening we have here. Honestly, I'm so thrilled to be a part of it. I feel like, honestly, one of the luckiest people on earth to be here
definitely.
at Epic Universe on this incredible night. We've got this golden hour light in behind us that we were talking about. The sun is going down, and you know what? The fun is just getting started.
Oh yeah, sooner or later the skies will be filled with some fireworks and maybe some special surprises.
Yeah,
But
guys,
you'll
so
have to-
make sure you stay tuned.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And then don't forget, of course, that we are coming back again tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern to welcome our guests as
Day
well.
one.
I know, it's going to be very, very exciting. And of course, you all just watched that incredible video about Epic Universe. I'm sure that you've worked up an appetite. And so lucky for us, we have the man behind the flavors of Epic Universe here with us tonight. Please welcome Chef Jens, who is the executive chef for Universal Orlando Resort. Now, could you possibly take us through what you brought us here this evening? It's sort of a nice
It's my
selection of
pleasure.
things.
Yeah, good
So
spread.
we have a little bit of a spread from all our 5 worlds in front of us. I mean, like you said, the food is just as much as an attraction as some of our beautiful attractions. So right in front of you, we have in here, this is from Isle of Burke.
Ah,
So
that's
the-
why you stood there, because that's one of his favorites.
The mac and cheese cones have gone viral. I mean, our guests truly love it. So this is our PB&J cone. So it's a mac and cheese topped up with a peanut and bacon jam.
Oh.
That has like a green salsa verde over the top.
Wow.
I mean, just delicious. It's a mouthful, but it just puts a big smile on your face.
Yeah.
Then right in front, Blue Dragon. So Blue Dragon, Pan-Asian restaurant located in Celestial Park, right here in Epic Universe. I mean, a delight. Really big, bright Pan-Asian flavors.
Yeah.
This is our Blue Dragon mooncake. So this is a passion fruit cheesecake filled mooncake, and it's surrounded with diced mango and passion fruit. So
Oh, it sounds fresh.
it's
It's
actually
so fresh.
it's fresh, but it's served warm too. So
Yeah.
we bake it fresh
Oh,
to order.
decadent.
So great textures.
It looks like art. Like
It's
I wouldn't want to
stunning.
eat that.
That's so. I will say, Chef Jens, so much of the food here at Epic Universe, it's one of those things where I look at it and I almost feel bad eating it, like cutting into it, because the presentation is just on another level. It's
Yeah, so
something
flavor
Universal's
is
never done
always
before.
important, but I mean, nowadays the camera eats first. Over.
Absolutely.
So
Well, you know better than anyone. Yeah, of course.
So we want to make sure it looks great, but then tastes even better.
Absolutely.
Then here from Atlantic Restaurant, which is right in Celestial Park as well. This is one of those dishes I'm really amazed by. The team came up with this amazing idea of a roasted mushroom ceviche. So that's a king oyster mushroom ceviche. But if you had ceviche before, you get like this nice but acid cooked fish, so you have like a little texture to it. And the mushroom mimics the same texture. Then you get that punch of the chili and the cilantro and the bright flavors.
So that's
It
done
really
the same way.
tricks you.
It's the acid is sort of cooking
Yeah,
the
so
mushroom.
we roast the mushroom, then we marinate it after that.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
But it tricks you, and it's vegan and gluten-free, but it's just delicious.
Well, the
so
thing is, so often vegan and gluten-free food, it kind of feels like you have to settle.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
you
really
don't
get
settle.
like the main
We're
attraction.
not settling
This
here.
is not settling at all.
You're not settling at all. It's
No.
just big, bold flavors.
Mhm.
In front of us, it's a warm day, so you got to stay hydrated as well.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
In Atlantic as well, the Northern Lights martini. So this is actually like a lemon drop in a way, so vodka based, and it has inside a butterfly pea flower ice sphere.
That's
so
the one that changes color.
Correct.
Ah.
So as the ice ball melts, it changes the color of the drinks, and then we luster with a little bit gold luster. It's just beautiful drink.
I ordered this at Atlantic actually, and
You
it's fun.
did?
Yeah, once you're done, you can just play with the ice cube.
Yeah, and then in one of my favorite bar names in Celestial Park for sure, Oak and Star has a plastered owl.
It sounds so much better in
it
your
sounds
accent
so
for
much.
sure.
Yeah, so plastered owl, that's kind of a Jameson-based drink, has hints of orange, little soda in it. It's just very refreshing, and it comes in this cool little owl highball, so really, really fun.
Yeah.
And then I can barely see it, but the piece de resistance
Oh, we can
right
see
here.
it. Oh, we
so
can
you
see
can
it.
see it. You have your eye on it. So this is from Café L'Air de la Sirène, Ministry of Magic, Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So this has become a destination already. Guests are raving about this crepe.
These are famous.
So this is a beer au beurre crepe.
Oh.
So it's a mouse. So but we are in the streets of Paris. So we kind of bring Paris with crepes, and we bring the Wizarding World of Harry Potter
Yeah.
together, and we create this beautiful crepe. So,
So
it's
if you don't speak French, for our non-French speakers out there, it's a butterbeer crepe.
it's a butterbeer crepe.
I mean, it sounds better when you say it in
A
French.
beer au
but-
beurre.
Oh,
Oui, monsieur.
amazing.
So again, this is fantastic. So the inside is a shortbread cookie mousse, and then freshly baked crepe, fresh strawberries, butterbeer topping over the top, and a house-made butterbeer cookie as well. So
I was gonna say you had me just at butterbeer,
That's
but we're
just like
adding
layers.
upon
Layers
layers
of flavor.
no,
Yeah.
I know we can't have favorites, but this is probably one of my favorite interpretations of butterbeer for sure.
Oh, you
So-
can have favorites
Yeah.
all day
No,
long,
no,
chef.
no, you
Yeah,
know.
out all day
And
long.
then, so now we're going from the streets of Paris, we're going to Dark Universe.
Mhm.
So this is the garlic steak, the Hunter's garlic steak, and we serve this in the Burning Blade Tavern. So it's just lathered with garlic butter, because in the Burning Blade Tavern, we're allowed to have garlic.
Yes.
Actually, in the steakhouse, we're not allowed to have garlic. So that's where the
okay.
team goes really heavy on those, and people have fun. They grab it and kind of play.
Oh,
with it,
yeah.
you know.
I've done that.
Yeah, I mean,
snack, right? Yeah.
it is a steak.
We gotta protect ourselves over here.
Yeah, and then right here over, we have the Pizza Lunare. So this is from Pizza Moon, right in Celestial Park. This is one of our signature pictures. Because the team, we were challenged on, let's create something that is really outerworldly, that's different, that fits the theme of Celestial Park. And we came up with this ube pizza. So ube is a Japanese sweet potato. It's purple.
Yeah.
So we mix that purple potato flour inside the 00 flour when we make the dough, which is all made from scratch every day. And then we top it with our proprietary cheese blend, ricotta, crispy pancetta, garlic confit, and then we fire it up. And it gives you a beautiful balance of sweet and savory. Just a great pie.
Early in the stream, we were talking about it. I had it.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best pizza, not exaggerating, one of the best, most interesting pizzas I've ever had.
Yeah, Shobit was singing high praises of Pizza Moon as well. He's from
Yeah.
New York, so you know
Wow,
New
okay.
Yorkers don't play about their pizza. And he said that the pizza from Pizza Moon was some of the best he's ever tasted. I don't know if you guys can see this. There are some fat pieces of bacon on this
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, so it's nice pancetta. We crisp it up, and even that fat that renders into the pie. So it's just loaded with flavor.
Chef, you kidding me?
You know, it's round. It's 0 calories. Don't
True. Yes.
And then over here we have from the Isle of Burke, we have a Yak Nog. So this is a non-alcoholic drink, and it comes in this cute little barrel cup, and it's a malted chocolate milk in a way. And, yeah, we top it.
Perfect for
you know.
the kids.
Absolutely.
While the adults may partake in a mead.
Exactly.
Perhaps, yeah, you know.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, it's just, again, we have a plethora of options. This only scratches the surface because we have well over 100 new menu items in just Epic
Yeah.
Universe. Again, like I said, the team did a fantastic job. And what we're trying to do is really, I mean, the creative team builds those beautiful worlds.
Yes.
And so when we developed the food programming, We want to make sure we can amplify the storytelling. We can really be part of that story, be immersive, and just exceed our guests' expectations. And I'm very, very proud of the team, what we accomplished.
Yeah, like what you were saying, it really does sort of move the story along at each of these portals. I mean, honestly, I know we're going to talk about it so much this evening, but everything in these portals is just so immersive. You once you step through the portal, that's it. That's where you are. You are in that world.
Whether you're riding a ride, seeing a show, or eating the food.
Yeah.
Full immersion.
Absolutely. And I want to say more than any other park, I mean, this is just my opinion, of course, my hot take, but more than any other park that Universal has had before, I think that the food is such a central part of the experience of Epic Universe. I mean, we've even heard people saying like people will come here just to eat the food. So, I mean, what does it feel like to hear these things after you've created these menus? What's it like to tell stories with all of this food, really? How do you start with that?
I mean, first of all, we are humbled. And we are humbled by the guest reactions because that's the biggest compliment we can get. We as a team, if we see our guests, our families, influencers really enjoying our food and talking about it, I mean, that makes us just happy. And I think if we're successful with amplifying that storytelling, that's a huge compliment.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Chef Jens, for sharing just a few of the culinary delights in Epic. You have truly, I mean, I don't know if you've outdone yourself. I don't know who you've outdone. You've outdone everyone.
Your own self.
Truly, it is incredible what you have created here, and it enhances the experience so much.
Thank you so much. It's a
We
great team
appreciate
effort.
you. Thank you so
now
much.
Starving. Lauren, I heard you also had a chance to try quite a few of these foods, and you did not hold back.
Before we leave How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, we have a special interview for you straight from the blue carpet. Showbit had the chance to speak with the one and only Gerard Butler, aka Stoic the Vast, from the animated and live action films. Here's a look at what he had to say about being at Epic Universe tonight.
Welcome, Gerard Butler, who plays Stoic the Vast in the How to Train Your Dragon films, all of them. And we have Dean Dubois, writer, director, producer of all of the How to Train Your Dragon films, the animated, the live action. How did it feel to walk into Isle of Berk for the very first time, seeing the screen brought to life?
Did something just? Oh, that's perfect timing. That's a little weird. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work out what the message was there. It's the park is spectacular. I mean, it's just so richly detailed and fun and beautiful, and it reminds me of my first day on set, watching him walking around the sets, because he kept going, "This is amazing! Look at this! Look!" Like, he was so excited on set, and I think we've both been like that here, seeing it all come to fruition. It's amazing.
Yeah, everything we do is just, it starts with a drawing. We do paintings, we do digital creations, but everything's a model. That's where it stops. Even his character, stopped at Stoic the Vast in animated form. But we got to walk into the world, and we did it here today. We did it with the movie, and walking into it, just, you see it all manifested, and it's tactile, and it's just so immersive.
Well, can you give me one word to describe what you think fans will feel when they watch the live action version of How to Train Your Dragon?
Euphoric.
Immersive.
Immersive it is. And what's scarier, actually, dragons or the fan expectations?
I don't have any fear of fan expectations, because
You're Stoic the Vast.
I'm Stoic the Vast,
Yeah.
but also I think this movie is unbelievable, and I think the fans are going to love it. But in truth, I'm scared of dragons.
No, me too. Me too. Trust me. Luckily, the ones in Isle of Berk are kind of nice.
Yeah. For me, I know that these movies have become very special to a pretty large swath of people out there, and they hold us accountable. So I think, in re-envisioning this, we wanted to make sure that we were paying homage to the existing fans and making sure that they found reason for being in this live action version. And we hope we've delivered that. It honors the past, and it opens it up for a whole new generation.
But
I'm
that's
so
a much more reasonable, less arrogant answer than mine.
Well, listen, I'm so excited to watch the new How to Train Your Dragon film on June 13th when it hits theaters. Thank you so much for joining me tonight at Universal Epic Universe, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Very happy to be here. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Now, speaking of celebrities, we have one of Universal's very own celebrities, dare I say, right here with us at the host table. Mike Aiello, thank you so much for being with us.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be here. How cool is all of this?
Cool is an understatement.
I've been here a long time and I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, honestly, I was speechless when I walked into Epic Universe, and I don't think that I've regained. Well, I mean, I'm speaking now, but I mean, honestly, the feeling has just not left me. It's just incredible.
It's overwhelming.
It's almost like you can't describe it. Yeah, truly. Now, I understand you have a new show in the works with the Discover Universal team, and I know, I mean, we don't want to give spoilers, but can you tell us a little bit about what it's about?
Of course, yeah. It is called Reride the Movies. And it is a show that will detail all of the classic attractions of Universal's past. And they've asked me to host it. So I get to do that, which is very, very cool.
Yes, and I know you had a first-hand start at Universal. You were a Jaws skipper. Funny enough, so was I.
You're kidding.
I was on the closing team of Jaws back in 2012.
Fellow skipper.
Fellow skipper. Now look at us here.
We're coming home.
We're coming home.
Incredible.
Celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws this summer as well. But also, Mike, you've been a key architect at Universal Halloween Horror Nights event for years.
Yes.
You love monsters. I love monsters. We love monsters. How excited are you for fans to experience Dark Universe?
I cannot believe that there is a dedicated home for the Universal monsters. Again, being on this journey in a small way over the last 3 to 5 years on this project, the idea that there's now a place where you can go and see Frankenstein monster, Invisible Man, brand new characters, Victoria Frankenstein. The fact that there's now brand new stories that we get to tell with these amazing, amazing characters that have stood the test of time. Again, Universal created the horror genre, and now we are celebrating it here at Epic Universe.
Truly, it's like the horror lovers just have like a new home, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Like they can all just sort of gather together and they can just enjoy all of these classic monsters. It's incredible.
It's the most frightening, comforting blanket you could wrap around yourself.
I always say the monsters are
Great
just
way.
misunderstood. So it's just the misunderstood.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the Frankenstein monster is a tragic character.
Yeah.
Again, it's humanity left behind,
Yeah.
humanity forgotten, and the fact that again we have a place that is not only amazing stories, but so technologically advanced that presents these characters in a way that you've never seen before. I am a fan. Like I walked through that place, I had this much to do with it.
Yeah.
And to be with the creative team for a small portion of this journey and to live and breathe some of these characters and then just to walk into that place and experience it as a diehard fan. Again, there was tears in my eyes walking through there for the first time.
I was going to ask, I mean, just walking through that portal, it just like hits you. You're
100%.
transported to another place,
Yeah.
truly. It's incredible. Mike, your love of horror is genuinely contagious. It really is. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
It's my pleasure. This is so exciting, and congratulations to everybody.
Oh, thanks, Mike. It's a beautiful night. And now it's time to see how the same spirit as Mike has here comes to life in one of the most hauntingly beautiful worlds at Epic Universe, Dark Universe.
Welcome to Dark Universe, where myths and monsters come to life in this thrilling new world at Universal's Epic Universe. I'm here with Chris Frisella from Universal Creative, who was the executive producer in this ominous, electrifying world. When guests first step into Dark Universe, they're completely transported into this world that's just entangled with monsters and mystery. What was your vision for creating this world?
The vision was exactly that, Lauren, just to bring those guests into the world of these Universal classic monsters.
Yeah. So the details in this park are absolutely incredible. How did you bridge that gothic beauty with thrilling adventure?
So I think what we did was we leaned into the stories, right? We took the places that these monster stories happened in and kind of brought them all together. We had to blend the stories together, so it made sense to blend all the architecture, the backgrounds together as well. So it felt very genuine to each story, but also unique in creating a whole new place.
Absolutely. There is overall this kind of like eerie but exciting feeling throughout Dark Universe.
Excitement, adventure.
And that's the thing, if it's adventure you're seeking, Dark Universe fully offers that. Let's dive into Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. Chris, this ride is absolutely wild. What makes this one a standout attraction?
How close we bring our guests to the action. We put you right in the middle of it, and the monsters are in your face.
What I've been dying to talk about though, or rather who, Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. She's a new face to the Universal Monster stories. What can you tell us about her and the story that guests are stepping into?
Sure. So Victoria is the great-great-granddaughter of Henry Frankenstein. She's returned after many years to the village of Darkmoor to reclaim her ancestral home. She starts conducting her own experiments to control the monsters. So that's kind of what we're walking into. We've been invited to watch her latest experiment. I hope it goes well for her.
I hope so too. This entire attraction to me feels like a modern day love letter to Universal Monsters. How did you go about bridging kind of that classic horror that we all know and love with this new bold storytelling?
So first of all, you're absolutely right, Lauren. It is a love letter. This was a passion project. And we love these monsters. So we based the entire story on those Universal classic monsters. Those were the foundation. we don't want to disrespect any of those
Of course.
previous stories.
There are so many diehard fans who
Oh,
want
yeah.
to respect that. Of
Absolutely.
course.
So use this as our base. But here we are in this alternate universe that is a world of monsters and mad scientists.
Mhm.
And time has passed
Yeah.
since those original films, and we've met new people, new stories.
So you get like a little bit of creative license to do something new there.
Absolutely. It opens it up to the stories that we've told, and also so many more. So there's room, in the future to grow the Dark Universe if we should choose to do so.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it here. Was that an exclusive scoop?
I'm just saying that there's room. That's all. There's no tip of the hand here. Just saying.
I was just saying to Chris before we went live that like walking through the portal, one of the first things that struck me, I kind of expected it to be a little bit more like Universal's other Halloween experiences with jump scares and the lighting, and it is creating a mood in its own way, but it's not like this at all. Like it is just hauntingly beautiful. It's stunning. You walk through, it is beautiful. The architecture, the landscaping. I mean, the landscaping really struck me when I walked through the portal for Dark Universe. It was sort of the first time that it clicked in my brain that the landscaping was entirely different in this world.
Sure.
And then it made me sort of realize it for the other portals that I went into as well. So, I mean, what goes into that kind of decision making? Just creating that environment where you're really putting people in a position where it's like they're in a film themselves.
Absolutely. We want to make sure that we're creating a 360-degree environment for these guests so that they feel like they are in a real place where these monsters live, where they're from.
Yeah.
It's not a land about the monsters. It is where they're from. And so decisions like landscaping, right? We wanted to make sure it's easy in a resort for things to look very manicured. And this could not look manicured. It had to look wild and unruly.
Yeah.
Architecture. The team spent, hundreds of hours scouring the world, looking at pictures of real world architecture that we could then blend into the actual final product of the village of Darkmoor, the Frankenstein Manor,
Yeah.
all of those facades that we've created.
Yeah, no one is really like popping out at you, right?
No.
I was a little bit worried about that. Well,
If you enter the manor, but
true,
if you're just wandering
I
around
was a little bit
Darkmoor, I think you're
worried.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
because I'm a big scaredy cat, so I was a little bit worried about those jump scares. But it's like they're just existing in the world.
Right. We needed to make sure too that we had something to offer for everyone.
Mhm.
I mean, our guests come here and they're 2 to 90, right? And we want to make sure that we have something for each one of those guests. So in every one of our, like in our restaurants and our retail, in the attractions, there's something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think anyone who visits Dark Universe and Darkmoor, if you go in during the daytime, please come back at night. It is a total different experience
I
as
haven't
well.
seen it at night.
Oh, stunning.
I did think when I walked in, I looked at it and I went, I feel like this is like a nighttime area.
Oh,
But I think I
absolutely.
might be too scared, honestly.
It is difficult to create something that is a little bit, makes you feel uneasy in the bright Florida sunshine. So that's why we really leaned in heavy into things like the architecture and the plantings to create a space that gave you that sense of unease. But you're absolutely right. At night, the lighting changes everything. The shadows get a little deeper. The music changes, and it takes on a more edgier tone.
I love that.
So it's definitely a different place at
Well,
night.
what you and your team have created is truly incredible. It really is. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight, Chris.
You bet.
Now, you've seen guests reacting to Dark Universe in real time during the previews. What's something that really struck with you? Have you seen a guest walk in and have a reaction that you were just like, that's it, right there. That's why we do this.
Sure. In some of these early previews, I've watched guests come in and just, clutch their face or, right, they're just, I think that they are blown away by the fact that we've created a full immersive space that is where these creatures come from.
Absolutely. And speaking of creatures, there is a master of
Yes.
creating creatures, and I'm sure we're all familiar with his name. We do have an interview with the legendary Rick Baker, horror makeup legend. So let's go to
Absolutely.
that.
I'm here with Rick Baker and his family. As you can tell, I have joined the fam, the Baker fam. So, Rick, you have brought iconic creatures to life on the big screen. What excites you about seeing them come to life here in Universal Epic Universe?
Well, first of all, the Universal monster movies were what made me become the Rick Baker that I am. I grew up watching those films. I decided that's what I wanted to do for a living. So, I mean, to come here and to experience this, it's just been incredible. I mean, I can't believe how amazing this park is.
So I'm sure you all have had a chance to walk around Dark Universe. How does it feel what does it feel like to have your father's presence being felt in every nook and cranny of Dark Universe?
I mean, it's incredible. It kind of feels like home in a strange way. So much of it really did feel like literally where we grew up, because there are these elements from the film that, like he said, were so inspirational to him that it's kind of surrounded us our whole childhood. So,
yeah. Our home kind of looks like the Dark Universe. It does.
All right, I'm visiting. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm part of the family.
Yeah.
I'm in the family now. Yes. How does it feel for you?
Oh, I love it. It's so spooky and fun, and it feels like home. And I think every creature kind of looks like him. So it's a family portrait everywhere, basically.
Point or another, we've all been dressed up like one of those creatures.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Halloween at your house must be a blast.
It's epic.
Oh, hey.
You guys should use that.
Yeah. All right. Make sure we cut that for promotional. All right. So have you written Monsters Unchained, The Frankenstein Experiment? And what were your thoughts? What was it like seeing, what's scarier? Is designing or creating a werewolf transformation scarier, or seeing one in the ride?
Well, it's hard to scare me, but I have to say, we went on the ride, I think 5 or 6 times already. And I have a big old smile on my face the whole time. It's just like, this is what made me the guy I am. And to see a wolf man that looks like my wolf man in that ride was just so cool.
Well,
we were proud.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Baker fam, for joining me. Thank you. I will see you for. All right, I'll see you for Halloween and then Thanksgiving. All right, cool. All right, see you.
Now, one of the very spooky and special things you can do in Dark Universe when you visit is the Darkmoor Monster Makeup Experience, which these two might know a little something about, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah. And we actually sent Nicole, our social media correspondent, to do just that. Nicole, rumor is you love the classic monster. So, are you ready for this? Oh, well, okay. Nicole is getting in the chair, so we will check in.
Live TV, guys. But Lauren, Nicole does love our classic monsters, and we're going to do something with that a little bit later. But I mean, come on, this is like the elephant in the room here. We got to talk about.
I think we're going to go to Nicole.
We just said that we're ready. Sorry, guys.
Nicole, are you there? Nicole, buzzing in. Oh, she's in the chair.
She's in the chair and she's getting ready.
Hey guys. Hey, I'm here in the Darkmoor Monster Makeup Experience and I'm so excited. I love all things monsters and makeup. One of my favorite movies ever is The Thing, top 4 if you know, you know. And I think that's just a perfect example of how makeup and practical effects can make a horror movie just next level. So to say I'm excited to become a thing of my own, big understatement. A little nervous about what the chat is going to pick. It sounds like that's the plan, to have you guys vote on something. And you guys have been really nice to me in the chat so far. So please choose wisely. Choose something that makes me look good.
That's incredible. We're so excited to see what's going to happen to Nicole. But right now, let's get to it. Come on. We've got two legends sitting here with us. We have to talk to them. Joining us to get this makeup party started are two guests whose work has brought some of the most memorable characters to life on screen. Please welcome Erin and Michael McCash. Emmy award-winning makeup. I'm not done.
Sorry,
You've got a whole intro.
titles
Okay?
to go through.
Sorry. Emmy award-winning makeup effects artists and masters of transformation.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having us. We're excited to be here.
Of course. You've both had such prolific careers in film and television. What first drew each of you to the world of makeup? I definitely want to hear from both of you on this one. And what's kept you inspired over the years?
So many things. I mean, we get inspiration from film, television, magazines, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I've been doing makeup for 39 years now, and I started in makeup effects, and it's just, seeing all the creativity. This is really inspiring to see Darkmoor and the incredible amount of details. We get inspiration everywhere.
Absolutely. What about you, Michael?
I mean, I get inspiration from looking at bugs. So I mean, you can find inspiration anywhere you look.
There are incredible bugs out there,
I mean,
truly.
They got great paint jobs. Right? So.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We also just saw an interview with Rick Baker, and you
Yes.
both have experience working
Yes.
under Rick Baker. Can you impart any wisdom that kind of shaped how you go through your creativity?
Oh, I mean, I just tried to absorb everything that I could when I worked for him. I worked for him in the late 80s on Gremlins 2.
Wow.
So it was a long time ago. But talk about inspiration. I mean, Rick is the ultimate inspiration. And he continues to do in his retirement. He continues to do the most amazing artwork. He just had this brilliant art show like 2 weekends ago. And just with all of his paintings that he's doing, just wakes up and paints, and
It's like an artist never retires,
no,
right?
No. Now he's
Yeah.
getting to do the stuff he wants to do.
Mhm.
So yes, when I worked for him, I just was constantly trying to absorb everything. But yeah, he's a huge inspiration to every monster maker.
Is there anything that you learned from him that still shapes how you approach your work today?
Oh, I mean, paying attention to detail is a very big part of it, and being creative, trying to think outside the box, create new things and new ways to do things.
I would say he never goes for the status quo. He always improves something, or there's no real reason to do it. And,
That's great.
And Rick is, I mean, he's the best. So
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more else I'll say.
I mean,
Yeah.
look him up.
So have you two been through Dark Universe?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You have. Okay.
We went through it today, and we're gonna, now that it's getting darker outside, we can't wait to see the lights on and everything. We're really excited.
Was that your first time
Yes.
today?
Yes.
Oh, well, we have to get first impressions.
Oh, yeah, first
obviously.
impressions.
Yeah. What were your first impressions of walking through the portal and just seeing it open?
It was
up
a
in
lot
front
of
you?
very couple, just like 2 words, just going, oh my God, or wow, just constantly going. And Rick had been through it before, so we were with him, and he was like pointing out stuff. He's like, look at that. And we're like,
Oh, okay.
oh, wow.
So you had like a master person with you going,
Yes.
you're like, oh, here you go.
We
Can't
had
miss this, can't miss
we
this.
had a good
Yeah.
host.
There's a lot of knee bending and pointing, like
Don't miss
Look at
this.
that.
Don't miss that. Don't miss that.
doing squats all day.
But
Yeah.
all of the, we got to be part of the design in Burning Blade, one of the heads that I was part of designing, and Mike was part of it. And some of our friends got to design some of the heads and a lot of the work. So we get to see that come together after like 5 or 6 years of
Yeah.
seeing the development and all of the artwork and Crash McCreer's designs. Really just so mind blowing to see it in person.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this is so much bigger, better, greater.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
just seeing the designs.
And
of
leaving
it.
a legacy like that
Of course.
in
yeah.
a park like this
Mhm.
must
It's amazing.
feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also for the home of monsters is
Yes.
Universal Studios.
yeah, of
and that's like
course.
a really big deal. And I think people really get excited about. I mean, they used to love the Monster Cafe, and everybody was so bummed that it
Yes,
was gone. But
yeah.
this is
I mean,
above
you
and
had
beyond.
a cafe, and now you
Now
have a whole
whole land.
world,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Also, like I pointed out with Rick stepping things up, I don't think there's a particular thing in that park that hasn't been enhanced. Like you're like, oh, I never thought of that, or it's just another level.
Yeah,
It's great. The rides
absolutely.
are incredible.
Yeah, and then you're going to go and
Monsters,
see it at night as
Mhm.
well. Are
Can't
you so
wait.
excited?
Yeah, really excited.
Yes.
Really excited.
Well, Aaron and Michael, we are so honored to have you
Thank you.
here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Will you
so much.
help us? Actually, obviously, we have Nicole in the Monster Makeup
Mhm.
Darkmoor experience, and we are going to have fans
Oh my
pick her
gosh.
makeup experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So now, friends
I
in the
don't know
live
what
stream
one.
chat.
I hope it was all stitched up. I'm crossing my fingers, but I don't know. So
Well, that's
I'm
gonna be-
excited to find out. Maybe I'll find out looking in the mirror.
Maybe,
at what I
yeah.
become. So thanks, Ty. I hope you guys pick wisely.
It is up to our friends in the live stream chat, as Nicole was saying. So this is your time to shine. We're putting the power in your hands, literally. Nicole is about to go through the legendary Darkmoor monster makeup experience. But what kind of creature will she become? I mean, it's not up to us. It's up to you guys in the chat.
Absolutely. And as you can see, we have 3 options to choose from right here. We have all stitched up, or we can have
Love it.
Nicole go into the moon eyes
Oh,
look.
pretty. That's
It's pretty, but
It's beautiful, but I don't know. Do we really
do we
want
really want
her
that?
to be beautiful?
And we also have the Bride of Frankenstein, which you saw earlier as well. There she is.
There she is. I mean, beautiful in her own right, but
Yes.
Come on, chat. Come on. Help us out here. Now, voting is happening right now in the chat. Just cast your vote in the poll. Whichever one gets the most love, that's the monster
I like
Nicole's
the
going to transform
stitches.
into
Which
tonight.
one do you guys
You like
like?
all stitched
Ooh,
up?
I like all
Actually,
stitched
that's
up.
my
Stitched up
favorite
too.
too.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
choose.
not to sway the chat.
no,
or
no,
anything,
that doesn't
but
the
no
chat.
swaying.
The
No
moons are
prizes.
pretty.
legendary makeup artists here choosing
They're all
all stitched
beautiful,
up.
but I
Come
really
on.
like. I love the green and the stitches.
Yeah,
Yes, but
gorgeous.
again, it is up to you out there in the chat. So choose wisely or mischievously, and we'll reveal the winning look a little later in the show. Trust us, it is going to be epic. Aaron, what is it about monster makeup like that tells a story? Why do people love it so much?
I think people really love to, become something else, and to also be scared. Being scared is like very exciting.
Yeah.
And it also harkens back to when you're younger and you go trick or treating, or like it just brings that joy.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
You know,
yeah.
I spent my whole childhood dressing up as monsters, and I've been obsessed with it since I was about 7.
Yeah.
And it just has that. It's just so much fun to be somebody else, especially somebody scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have
Also-
a favorite like trick or treat outfit that you had?
Oh,
The
I
trick or
was
treat
the
monster you were?
Wolfman.
The Wolfman's your
Yeah.
favorite?
I was
You
the
know, we
Wolfman.
tried
Yeah.
to get Nicole. We were like, listen, can we make the Wolfman an option? And she went,
She
no,
cut that out
guys,
real
be nice
fast.
to me.
Not in this heat.
No,
No
not
hair
in
in
this
this
heat. Exactly. Michael, tell us what went into creating the looks of the characters in Dark Universe.
I wish I could say I did them all, but I just helped with Aaron's. She kind of dictated what she wanted, and we did it on Procreate. If I can drop that.
Yeah. Well, it's it's a great working
yeah,
relationship that you two have. You support each other,
Yes.
you know.
Thank you.
So you definitely have a hand in it as well. So what was it like bringing those characters to life?
It was a lot of back and forth. We went through
Don't
a lot of
screw it up.
different.
Yeah. Real
We went through a lot of
collaborative
different
effort.
designs.
Try to bring something, to it, and not just,
And Vincent
Yeah.
Van Dyke Effects Company that we work with all the time on our shows on television and film, he created that for us. I got to be lucky and stand over his shoulder and say, "Oh, I want this changed or that changed."
nice.
He's brilliant.
So you really got to have a hand
Yeah.
in how
Yeah.
all of these characters look.
Not all of them, just one in the Burning Blade.
Oh,
But
okay.
Crash McCreary was the one that designed all of the monsters
Mhm.
for the Dark Universe, as far as the classic ones for
Yeah.
this version.
Well,
Yeah.
Michael, do you have a favorite monster within Dark Universe?
I mean, I think it has to be Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster. Excuse me.
Mhm.
I mean, because who doesn't love Frankenstein? He's such an underdog, and I think everybody can resonate with his character.
Yeah.
He's just misunderstood.
Yeah.
That's what you
He
said
is.
earlier,
Yeah,
right?
we
He's
talked
just
about it. He's just a
misunderstood.
He's an anti-hero
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes.
absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. It is incredible to be in the presence of, I mean, honestly, 2 legends. Truly,
Oh.
like I wasn't lying when I get.
Legend
you
adjacent.
keep, and you're being
I have
the
imposter syndrome.
dutiful husband here to Aaron. But really, it is a collaborative effort, isn't it? It
Yeah.
truly is. And I mean, the nostalgia factor hits
Yes.
so hard in this park as well. I mean, you walk into Dark Universe and it's like you're in a completely different world, which is obviously the
Yeah.
point. But it is just like, I mean, and I said this earlier with Chris Frisella as well, but it's hauntingly beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It's like nothing Universal has ever done before.
That's
I mean,
the exciting part, is that it's
Yeah.
totally different.
I think fans have been waiting for this. Like we talked about Monsters
so too,
Cafe, it is now a permanent home for the Universal monsters.
Yes.
absolutely.
And
It's
the
gonna be
fans
packed.
who love
Oh yeah.
the monsters
Yeah.
as
And
well.
it's just packed with Easter eggs and just little tidbits of stuff. You'll always find something new in there.
Was Rick pointing those out to
Oh
you?
yes.
Oh, well, don't give it away. But like,
No, no, you got to
did
find
you
them
have
for
a
yourself.
favorite
Rick
where
is
you
high
were like,
praise.
oh, that's clever?
Yeah.
I
It was the
mean,
footprints were for me.
the footprints.
Okay. Well, we'll give that give
Casey
that one away a
Wong's
little bit.
vampire
Look
was
out
amazing.
for footprints when you're in Dark Universe, right? But it does
Absolutely.
seem like the chat has spoken. I'm so excited.
Who wins?
Ooh, and we've got Yasmin in the truck looking at the results. So what's it going to be, Yasmin?
Hi guys, the winning look is Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, that's an excellent one. Thank you so much, Yasmin. What do you guys think? Bride of Frankenstein, a classic, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
So
There
good.
she is.
Yay. I love the bride. She's ever on my shirt.
Oh, look at that. The Bride's getting so much love here
Oh,
at Dark Universe,
so good.
too.
So
All the
Absolutely.
new movies coming out too, right?
Yeah.
Words from one flimsy AirPod in my ear that I am going to be Bride of Frankenstein. So that sounds like a hot ghoul summer to me, which is what That's what I'm hearing. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Well,
She seems so
Nicole,
excited.
yes, we'll check in with Nicole a little later. We'll see how that turns out. But Aaron and Michael, thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us.
We
Enjoy your night.
Thanks so
It
much
was
for
our
having
pleasure.
us. It was definitely our pleasure.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your night and
Thank
enjoy
you.
Dark Universe and
Can't
the dark,
wait.
right?
Yeah.
Now, we've seen how monsters are made, but now it's time to see what happens when they break free. Deep inside Dark Universe, there's one attraction where the legends don't just come to life, they come unchained. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Dark Universe, the gothic heart of Epic Universe. I'm here with Greg Hall from Universal Creative for an inside look at the madness, mayhem, and monsters behind the thrilling attraction, Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. Greg, we have to talk about this brand new character that we're introduced to in this attraction, Dr. Victoria Frankenstein.
We're so excited to introduce Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. She's a great-great-granddaughter of Henry Frankenstein, the creator of monsters. Now, she's here to prove to the world she will succeed where others have failed, and that's controlling monsters. And that's why we're here, to witness Victoria's final experiment, and that's controlling Dracula.
So we're not just meeting Frankenstein's monster. We are introduced to a full lineup of Universal monsters. What inspired that Unchained approach?
I've never worked on a single project that's more universal than this ride right here. So we had to introduce this interesting catalog of amazing creatures to our guests. It's not just an attraction you go through a line and you enter. It's a complete transformation of the guests entering a new world, because we started to see some of Victoria's experiments and some hints to what's going to happen to them on the attraction, how strong the monsters are, and the mysteriousness of some of the monsters. It's the most advanced queue that we've ever made, ever, since I've been here for 16 years. So the way the characters interact with the guests, the way they talk, the way they move is so lifelike. You'll never see it anywhere else.
How did your team build suspense before guests even get on the ride?
We packed so much information into this queue. There's a lot of psychology to this. We know you can't scare most people more than they get scared themselves. So we have to give them that ability to think about different elements. We actually met with real morticians to be as realistic as possible on all this information. So there's a lot of data that's true, realistic, and authentic, and that's what we want to give to the guests.
That actually gave me chills. I love talking about this. So let's just dive in.
Right.
Let's fully talk about the monsters. It's what we all want to know.
Yeah.
How did you go about choosing which iconic creatures actually made it into the attraction?
Oh, there's so many to choose from. And we want to make sure that we pick the most iconic that guests could relate to. And at the same time, we want to pick the coolest we could think of.
Of course. Was there a particular monster that was especially fun or maybe even challenging to bring to life?
We have monsters in the attraction that are flying. Dracula's literally levitating in front of our guests. We have walking figures in our attraction, and we never had this humanoid figure at this scale walk. So that was awesome as well. It was always a challenge, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like a challenge when you're having fun.
Okay, Greg, no spoilers, but what can guests expect once the chaos begins?
We like to call it multi-sensory storytelling. We've implemented new technology, even in our ride vehicle, that creates the sensation of touch. There's maneuvers that we've nailed and perfected. You think you understand what's going to happen to you, and then there's a complete new surprise once you interact with a new monster. The guests are never going to know what's going to happen to them, and it's awesome.
That is awesome. For fans of Universal Monsters and thrill rides, how does this blend both of those experiences together?
We broke it down to 3 tenets, and that's legacy, mystery, and thrill. Legacy being the Universal Pictures legacy. We wouldn't be here without these iconic films and the success of them. So we want to make sure that when we're designing every element, it connects to the legacy or there's a hint to it so it feels authentic. Now, mystery, we wanted to make sure that it had the same feeling as what happens in the films. That, there's a moment of, what's going to happen to us, what's next, anticipate. And then there's thrill. You have to have monsters in your monster ride, and we have a lot of them, and the lineup's insane.
Thank you again to Greg Hall for sharing the science, the storytelling, and the secrets behind Monsters Unchained. Get ready to step inside the lab, dodge the mayhem, and face the monsters. All inside Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment.
my favorite rides. Monsters Unchained is incredible.
It looks so good.
But speaking of Universal Monsters and Dark Universe, we got a special interview show bit from the carpet. Danny Elfman, let's check it out.
Here with Danny Elfman, legendary music composer of Beetlejuice, The Wolfman, Men in Black, and of course, the theme song for The Simpsons, which we love hearing over in Universal Studios Florida. But this, this is the first time you've composed music for a world, Dark Universe.
That's right.
What was that process like, and how different was that?
Well, it was just really fun because I love being part of a long process. It's like when I was making an animated film with Tim Burton or something, it was a 2-year process as opposed to just coming in and writing for a couple of months. And this was like 2 years. And I just loved the team. They were great. And what's so exciting is seeing first like drawings, then better drawings, and then 2D renderings of like all the motion and everything, and then more rough. It's still rough, but it's getting better and better. And then coming here today and go, oh, that's exactly what I was being described, and there it is for real. And it's just very exciting being a part of it.
I mean, it's so exciting because Dark Universe really draws from Universal's iconic monster legacy. Did you revisit those films too?
Yeah, it's like I don't even need to. It's so much a part of my DNA. I mean, I can't even explain Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman. This is part of my, it's in my blood.
Oh, pun intended for Dark Universe.
Exactly. But no, seriously. I mean, I really did. I was a monster kid. And I don't know how to explain it other than I lived for monster movies, and I lived for the magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland, which would have the covers of, Boris Karloff as Frankenstein and Bela Lugosi and different things. And, these covers were all over my walls. It was like, it's what I grew up with. I still have them all in a rack in my.
Such a full circle moment. I mean, the vinyl soundtrack for Dark Universe is flying off the shelves. I gotta ask, do you have a copy or two that I could keep?
Yes.
All right, we'll talk.
Stashed one away.
All right, I gotta go. We'll be back later. All right. Thank you so much for being here, Danny.
From the legends of horror to giants of prehistory, both Dark Universe and Jurassic World are part of Universal Pictures' storytelling legacy. And now it's time for another creature feature.
I'm so excited.
Here is a look at a brand new trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth coming to theaters this summer.
Please open the door for me.
On the island we're headed to, 24 species have survived there alone.
The theme park owners did experimental work, leaving only the worst ones here.
So, with this
Don't see that every day or ever.
Let's go.
If you get this DNA, millions of lives are saved.
maybe a Jurassic World expansion,
Maybe we should make this quick.
Epic Universe.
Time to move.
His name.
We put ourselves in a place where we don't belong. Survival is a long shot.
That's kind of our specialty.
What do you guys think?
She's scared. What is she scared of?
Come on, fly!
All right. So, what is everybody's thoughts on everything so far? they've shown the food. They've shown pretty much everything besides maybe the fireworks, if possible. Um, so, thoughts right now on the stream so far? Oh, let's see. Here we go. Be right back. Can anybody hear the sound? Oh,
Food, entertainment,
there we
scare
go.
experiences. What can guests expect when they step into Horror Unleashed?
The same, honestly, the bar here that's been raised, you can expect
Horror
that absolutely in
Unleashed,
Las
you
Vegas,
guys.
where it is complete and total immersion in the living stories and terrifying screams of the nightmares we've dreamed up.
Oh, Las Vegas, I feel like, is kind of the perfect place for this sort of experience. So, what does it mean for Universal? I mean, to really expand beyond the theme parks?
Absolutely, and I think there are some great things upcoming, of course, with our Universal Kids expansion that we
course,
are
yeah.
working on, as well as this awesome expansion in Las Vegas. I think it's just the start, really the tip of the iceberg of us. Our guests have been coming to us for so long, and now we're excited to get into a new market and share with guests who maybe haven't experienced the full breadth of our products here. I am a little bit biased. I am actually from Las Vegas.
Hold on. So is this why you picked Las Vegas?
I don't say it was not an insignificant factor, but I agree with you. It's a totally a destination in and of itself, and it's a different type of entertainment. What we do, the immersion of it, the character performance of it, exactly the entertainment. It's exactly what I think Las Vegas needs right now.
Listen, I'm not disappointed as a LA local. I'm excited for
okay,
a
there you
year-round
go.
horror experience to be semi-close to me.
Las Vegas has like an energy to it
Oh,
as
yeah.
well that I feel like is really going to lend itself to this working.
It's got the perfect edge, and you have to think it's a 24-hour town. So, what a perfect way to spend part of your Vegas weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you give us any like special insights, things that I mean, Halloween Horror Nights has some incredible super fans, right?
Yes.
Is there something that fans can look forward to? I mean, without any spoilers, of course. Is there
never.
anything that you can talk about?
So absolutely, I think it's just the variety of the haunt fan. Haunt fans in particular, everyone has their franchise, they have their slasher, they have what they really love. And so we want to make sure this captures the variety of the guest and what people would expect. So truly it feels cheeky to say, but there's definitely something for everyone. Of course, we've got those who love our history, our lineage, our classic monsters, people who love the future, where we're going, movies that aren't even released yet. We are going to be able to activate and bring those nightmares to life.
Yeah, wow. And our guests getting to experience this with sort of the atmosphere of Halloween Horror Nights as well, like all the lighting effects and I mean everything
Completely.
makes it. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be insane.
It's exactly, it is the things that we know guests love. They love the world-class spectacle. They love the social scare is sort of how we talk about it internally. This thing that happens where maybe we weren't friends when we were in line, but we're going to be clobbered together, getting our way
Once
out
you
of
go
there.
through that experience of screaming together.
I have fully grabbed hold of someone in front of me and buried my face in the back of this person's t-shirt. And
That was
not
probably me.
It might
Because
have been
I'm
me.
usually the person. I'm usually the back they go to.
And so we walked all through the haunted house. We got out, and I literally went, "I'm so sorry. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Layla. Thank you for allowing me to use you as a shield, a human shield."
So imagine being with, like, again, you're going to make friends with effectively everyone who's in this awesome experience with you. So you've got the 4 immersive haunted houses. You've also got the incredible entertainment program, the atmosphere, the incredible food and beverage that you'd expect. So no, I think it's just going to be the perfect experience and a must visit in Las Vegas.
Speaking of incredible experiences,
Yes.
I think it's time for us to check in on Nicole. We have our social media correspondent getting made up as the Bride of Frankenstein, as chosen by the live stream chat.
It
Let's
is
look
happening.
at her.
That's
All
right.
right, so this is like the base coat going on. She's got some.
Yes.
Oh my God, look at she's snatched with that contour. As
I can't wait
well.
for the stitches to go on.
Very nice. Yeah. Look at that.
And relaxed. She looks very.
She does look like she's having a bit of a spa
It
experience.
is. I was like, I'd like to join her in that.
I know. Yeah, Shelby, thank you so much.
It was such a pleasure chatting with you. Horror Unleashed so soon as well. Can't wait to check it out. Now let's take a look at this video of what you can expect for Horror Unleashed Las Vegas.
Bringing horror to life for Universal is very meaningful because Universal created the horror genre.
Universal Horror Unleashed is a brand new immersive experience.
This is a test of courage. This is a place you want to go with your friends to show them that you are strong enough to face your fears and live to tell it all afterwards.
In a decrepit warehouse in Las Vegas, ancient artifacts have been brought in and collected, and their cursed energy has been contained within this warehouse.
It is going to provide 4 amazing immersive haunted houses that put you right in the middle of iconic and terrifying scenes. We're also going to have really unique, cutting-edge entertainment, retail, dining experiences.
When fans walk through the front door of Universal Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas, they're going to enter a new world unlike anything they've ever seen before.
It's going to be exactly what you want it to be. As a fan of horror, or even as a casual fan of horror, or just looking to have a good time out in Vegas.
This really is the place where horror comes to live year-round.
When you step foot inside this building, you're going to have the most immersive, most horrifying experience of your entire life.
Wow. Cannot wait for Universal Horror Unleashed. If you guys are in the Las Vegas area, be sure to come and do that experience. Pretty much sounds amazing.
I am so excited. We were talking.
I know
over
you're
the
so
break.
excited
Yes,
about this.
I am a huge horror fan. Horror nights, give it to me. I need it all.
Yeah, you were saying you get what, frequent fear passes
Yes,
to
I get
both coasts? you
Yes, living in
nutter?
LA, I love Orlando as well. I get a frequent fear pass to Orlando, frequent fear pass to Hollywood. I have to do it all.
Oh my gosh, look at you. You're the opposite of me. I'm such a scaredy cat.
I'll take you. I'll take you. We can go through it together.
Okay, I'll bury my face in your shirt for real this time. From the edge of the Las Vegas desert, around the world, and back to the heart of Central Florida, Universal is really pushing the boundaries of entertainment in every direction.
Oh yeah, and while Epic Universe is a bold new chapter, it is far from the final one. The momentum is just getting going right here at Universal Orlando Resort.
It's an incredible thing to be a part of somebody's vacation. In so many ways, our parks and our resorts are just such a natural way to get people to feel a deep sense of connection. These are memories that they will have for their whole lives. Universal Orlando has always been a family vacation destination.
Over the past 35 years, we've grown to a fully developed, integrated resort destination comprised of multiple theme parks, hotels, city walk, everything you can possibly imagine to spend your entire week to create a full vacation destination.
Epic Universe is going to be a game changer in terms of how much time that people are going to want to spend here, where they don't have to think about anything, but they get to feel everything.
Epic Universe is a whole new kind of theme park. We're creating these 5 immersive worlds.
Each one of them an amazing, compelling storytelling experience.
It's not just opening Epic. The entire resort has something new. 4 theme parks, 11 hotels. Everything is there for you.
It's taking the things that we've done particularly well and making them even better, and then introducing new stories, new technology.
We push every boundary possible. You can be transported to a place that you've only dreamed.
We're fired up by change. We thrive on change. And by going to Universal Orlando Resort, you get the total experience.
In so many ways, our history, our present, and our future is the same. What we're always striving for is making people feel something very human and very connected, whether it's fear or joy or awe. We want to give that to them. There are already so many things in the works now. We have a slate of new attractions that were already in development for every one of our parks. We're already planning for the next thing at Epic.
It fits with our ethos of making the next thing we do better than the last thing we did.
This park, which has for years been ours, and then all of a sudden the park is open and it's not our park anymore.
There is such joy that something you have wished for your whole life or only dreamed of actually becomes a reality.
We are bigger and better than we've ever been before. Even though Epic feels a little bit like a finale, it really isn't. There's so much more to do and so many more stories to tell.
You guys, it is so amazing out here at night. Celestial Park, once it gets dark, I'm telling you, because something different, it's entirely new. The energy shifts, the music changes, the fountains are dancing. I'm obsessed.
Stunning.
I know, it's
We talked
so
about it all
striking.
night, but the park literally transforms into a whole new park at night.
A completely new experience, isn't it? The lights change, the music changes. I mean, the fountains, it just looks ethereal.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Not only in Celestial Park, but in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, Dark Universe, Super Nintendo World. The lighting packages for all these worlds are incredible.
Yeah, this truly is a park that I feel like it is almost an entirely different experience at night. You almost need to visit during the day and at night, or stay through the night, you know?
Because sometimes the weather is a little better too.
Sometimes
There's
the weather
nice,
is a little bit more
cool
forgiving.
night breeze.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. And of course, if you're staying in the hotels, I mean,
the Grand Helios.
that's the big one, obviously.
Yes.
But you can look out on the park. You can see all of these incredible lights. You can see how the park just comes alive. And now you've spent time in Helios.
Yes,
haven't
I
you?
actually had a chance to stay the night at the Grand Helios. I had a park-facing view. I
all
don't
right,
even know
bougie.
if I slept because I literally just put myself against my bed and opened the window shade
Those are
and just
floor-to-ceiling windows
and
too, so
just-
it's like you can see everything.
just looked out the whole night because
Wow.
it was just like, am I looking at what I'm actually looking at? I am
Yeah, like what does that feel
sitting
like?
in a bed over an entire theme park.
Yeah, it almost feels like you're living in the theme park, which I'm sure
Yes.
is like an incredible experience.
Yes, especially also if you're there during the day, you can see day guests walking around. You can just see the entire park comes to life. And even when the park closes,
Yeah.
entire lighting package stays on.
Wait, hang on a minute. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Are
It
you
stays
serious?
until about midnight. The park does have to go to bed after
all
a little
right,
bit.
I thought it just stayed on, and then they were like, "Well, it's morning now. Here we go."
No, but it is truly incredible to just sit there and watch an empty theme park too,
Yeah.
especially after closing.
Yeah.
A great place to stay. Also, there are 2 other hotels
Of
close to
course,
Epic Universe.
yeah.
We have Stella and
Mhm.
Luna.
Yeah,
Stella Nova,
yeah.
Terra Luna.
Stella Nova and Terra Luna. I mean, I can speak from staying at Terra Luna. You can look out and you can see Epic Universe even from there. You
Yeah.
can see the lights. It's incredible.
And it's so close. It's nice being as close you are to a park.
Yeah, it's nice. It is really nice to be able to stay on property, and these 3 new hotels are an excellent opportunity to do that. So let's take a look at a video so we can take you inside the Grand Helios so you can see a little bit of what Patrick saw.
Welcome back. Now, if you missed it early in the stream, we had our celebrity correspondent Showbit on the blue carpet, and he actually got us another special interview with Andy Cohen. Let's check it out. Showbit, take it away.
I'm here with the icon, Andy Cohen. Bravo, Real Housewives fame. You've done it all. You're the face of Bravo.
I haven't written the rides at Epic Adventure yet.
All right.
I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you. And I know you went on a recent family vacay with Anderson Cooper.
Yes, I did.
And you learned a lot. And are your kids here right now? And like, what's it like going on a vacation with Anderson Cooper?
That's another story. It's good. I know his moods. We travel very well together, as it turns out. But we had a great time at Universal, and we didn't get to see Epic Universe. So I'm so excited. It was like here taunting us from afar, and this was only 3 weeks ago. So I'm so excited to see what awaits.
Are you excited? What are you most excited for?
You know what? Harry Potter, and I think that's my number one right now.
All right, so we'll wrap this up so that Andy Cohen can go ride the Battle at the Ministry. Thanks so much for joining me, Andy.
Thanks. Great to see you.
See you.
Alrighty, how's it going? Vibe check. If anyone is still watching, thank you all for joining.
Now, it's been a minute since we've heard from Nicole getting her makeup done, and I was just thinking about it. I think we should check in with her. Last we saw her, she looked like she was having a luxurious spa experience.
The black lip is
here
going
it goes.
on.
I mean, honestly, the iconic black lip. She looks incredible.
Yes, if you missed it, we had fans vote on Nicole's makeup Darkmoor horror makeup experience, and you have chosen the bride. So she looks like she is almost done.
Yeah. I got the makeup done of the sweaty, sunburned park goer.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, they do that here, I think.
Very realistic.
An excellent makeup experience. Well, welcome, guys. Lovely to have you here. We have the new rock stars with us.
Hi.
Incredible. Now, we've got Celestial Park is obviously stunning to look at, but it's the music that really gives the world its soul. Do you have any sort of takeaways from walking into the park and hearing that music?
I mean, just from being YouTubers covering Easter eggs, I was like listening for what kind of deeper themes and trying to analyze the music. And I was just so impressed with Solaris, just like sticking to this beautiful speech
Oh,
and
yeah.
welcoming us into each portal. So I just felt like it was her theme, and I'm not going to be able to hear that music without thinking of her.
I know. It's crazy walking through each portal, hearing the music, and like feeling like you're inside of that world. It
Yeah.
makes it so realistic.
Yeah. Do you have specific things that you are sort of looking for when you're walking? I mean, because obviously you're content creators and you have sort of an agenda of things that you need to get done.
Alrighty, you guys. Let us go ahead and call it for this evening. Thank you all so much for joining us live here on the YouTube. Please join us live tomorrow for another podcast on our second channel. I will be posting that right now. Again, thank you guys for joining. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you all real soon. Bye bye, everybody.